Welcome to your NMTC Company Highlight. My name is Nika Allen, and today I'm sitting down with John Mierswa from the C&M Stimulus Center, and he's going to tell us all about a brand new program awarded, I believe, by a grant called the New Mexico Information Technology Apprenticeship Program, or NMITAP for short. Hi, John. Can you tell me a little bit about this program? I'm really excited to learn more about it. It sounds fascinating.
Sure. Hi, Nika, and thanks for the interest, because it really is a great program for employers and potential employees in New Mexico. So it's a program it's a registered apprenticeship program, which is going to be the first of its kind in New Mexico. We're familiar with that in the construction trades, right? But this is going to be specifically for information technology workers. It'll allow employers to fill jobs that they really desperately need some great talent for. It'll also incentivize them to do that, and it'll provide opportunities for potential employees as well.
That sounds great. I mean, it sounds like a marriage of really two very important worlds, and really here in New Mexico, I think where talent is an issue. It's hard sometimes to find the talent that we need, and so to hear that we have new programs like this that are really educating the talent and also incentivizing employers just sounds perfect to me. Okay. So can you tell us a little bit, when did this all start? Was there a grant? There was a grant attached to this, right? And what's the timeline here?
Yes, so we were awarded the grant. C&M was awarded the grant. It's $3 million over 5 years for this program in October, and so we've been ramping up. It's a get ready period to be able to launch, and so we've just been working on it. We're putting the team together, talking with lots of employers. We've got a council made up of employers that are interested and that are experts in their field, the different industries, and so we've just been putting the pieces in place, and now we're getting ready to really move forward.
That's awesome. So can you tell me what types of jobs actually qualify as apprenticeship positions? Because you certainly can't be everything, right?
Right. Well, these are jobs that are in high demand. Most of them are higher than average wages also, which is great. But in particular, they are positions in software development, cybersecurity, computer networking, and then computer support jobs, and also health information technology, for example, medical coding.
Oh, very interesting. And that seems like, that spans a lot of the workforce here probably for IT positions anyways. So you guys really have it covered. So can you tell me a little bit about the benefit to actual employers for participating in this program?
Sure, there are a lot of great incentives. One, of course, the most important thing for any employer is to have a great team, great employees. So here's a way to get access to some talent that they might not have otherwise known about. But there's also some really great financial incentives for the employers. There are reimbursements that they can get to help offset some of the cost of training an apprentice over the period. And it also works great because some of the tuition will be paid for the employee, because they're going to be doing classroom learning at the same time they're doing their on-the-job training with an employer. So they'll really be just learning that much more about their job. And then the other great thing is, there are other incentives for employers, such as the state has the job training incentive program. It can mesh well with that, where employers can take advantage of that funding as well as the funding from the New Mexico ITAP program. The local Workforce Connections also has some funding that can fit in. So when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it really makes it attractive for the employers.
Definitely. It sounds really attractive. We have monetary incentives, we get some extra training and benefits for our employees, we have the resources of the C&M, all of C&M really, right? They give you some help there. And so how might an employer go about actually finding an apprentice to be in this program? Do they have to do that legwork? Do you guys do it? How does that work?
Well, there's a few ways they can go about it, which is great. We've got some choices for the employers. So there will be a pool of people who apply to this program as job seekers, and there's a council within NMITAP that'll help evaluate them on their past experience. And so if an employer says, hey, I need an apprentice, we can say, well, here's a few people that might really fit the bill that have some of those qualifications they're looking for, so they don't have to start from scratch. But then the employer can have someone already identified and say, hey, this person, we'd like to hire them as an apprentice, and so they could go into the program, be registered, and then the employer will hire them as the apprentice and employee. Or there's also another way, is that people who are already employees with that company, if they need to skill up, they need to attain some kind of certification, and in order to receive a promotion or move up within the company, that's an option through this apprenticeship program as well. So there's a few ways employers can go about it.
That's quite a few different options, and I think people should definitely find some way that fits into their company. And you mentioned certifications. What kind of certifications are we talking about here? Are these nationally recognized certifications?
They are. They're industry recognized certifications. For example, there are lots of Cisco certifications. That's a brand name. CompTIA certifications. So for each of the different career areas, there are recognized certifications. And so the classroom learning is what helps, along with the on-the-job training, is what helps that employee, that apprentice, learn those skills and gain those competencies, so that then they can take the actual examination and attain the certification. And there's also funding in the program to pay for taking the exam as well.
Wow, so they get funding not only for their classroom time a little bit, but also to get certified. So I mean, it's kind of a full package deal for both, it sounds like, the employer and the employee.
Exactly, and that's what we try to do, is make it as attainable to anybody, both employers and potential apprentices.
Great. And when can employers actually start hiring apprentices into this program and being a part of what you guys are doing?
Sure, well, it's coming up very soon. We hope to, by the end of August, so early fall time frame, for employers to be able to start hiring apprentices into the program.
That's wonderful. It's really coming up fast, just around the corner, actually. And so if someone is really loving this program, they love the idea of it, where should they go to get some more information and learn more?
Well, the best option is to go to our website, nmitap.org. So it's nmitap.org.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, everyone, you heard it here. Thank you so much for joining us for this NMTC Company Highlight. I'm thrilled to learn more about this NMITAP program. John, it was great. I think that this is going to be a huge asset for Albuquerque and just for all of the tech talent and tech hiring that we have going on here.
Yes.
So thank you for spending the afternoon with me and telling me a little bit more about the program.
Well, thank you very much for your interest and sharing this with the people of New Mexico, Nika.
Thank you. All right, everyone, we will see you next month with a new NMTC Company Highlight.